Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome to episode 3 today. Today I'm going to review a Sega game called Hot Rod. Hot Rod was made in 1988, and this game is pretty different from most of the games that I've reviewed for so far. This game can be played in a cocktail arcade, and this also has 3 different versions. There are two different turbo versions. And there is one Japanese slower version. Now, the slower version for the Japanese, it came out 1 year before or 1 year after. Not many people really know about it, but anyhow, here we go. Now, Hot Rod starts off with 4 cars, and there are 30 stages, but I'm gonna only show 6 today because due to time constraints. Now, this game is pretty fun. I wish the demo was actually real, the realness of the cars, but forget it. Now, those little points that I'm starting to pick up, those are gas and cash points. Now, the gas points range from 10 points to 30 points, and the points for like money to buy in the parts range from 100 to 500. And they do come in handy. Now, welcome to the parts shop. The parts shop is a relatively interesting place. You can actually buy tires. You can buy tires, front bumpers, spoilers, which are wings, and engines. Now, the tires, there are 4 different tires. There is a radical tire, which is kind of like an overall tire. There's a speed tire, which only is good on like flats, or good for street. There are snow tires, which is good for the snow, and then there are spike tires, which are only good on like icy roads, beach roads, and any other different types of roads. Anyhow. So far, gameplay is good. Now, the reviewing for this gameplay is not too different than what I did with Super Sprint. So, the gameplay for this is 10 out of 10. It's a fun game. It's not really competitive, but the way I actually see it on like Twin Galaxies, it's pretty competitive. But this game back then wasn't really always competitive. But the AI in this game can be pretty tough. So the AI range can be like at least a 7 out of 10 because it slowly goes up over time. So like after you'll start seeing changes after the 3rd race. It's like certain opponents will actually start purchasing like engines and tires, but you won't actually see them actually purchasing like front bumpers or back bumpers, or of what I'm not aware about. I actually never got past that part. When I did this review, I could only get past up to stage 8 before dying. And speaking of dying, like I didn't mention before, you can only die in this game if your gas depletes. Even if you get 4th place, you're still in the game. And also on these tracks, there are also shortcuts as well, and they do come in handy because on some courses in these races, they will get tougher. Trust me. It's like right now, this track's only depleted at least maybe 60 to 70 points of gas. Now, on your right side of the screen, it's kind of like a pick and choose because at some points you're gonna have to change those tires. And here's the explanation. Watch this race. You'll actually see how wild the spike tire actually does turn. And you will be slowing down relatively a lot. And shortcuts do come in handy. They're cheap, but they come in handy. And that's another race right there. Well, anyhow, I'm just going to let this go, but tune in for another episode. Anyhow, this is DJ Zero, and I'm signing off. See you later. Bye.